In word processing and digital typesetting, a non-breaking space, also known as a no-break space or non-breakable space, is a variant of the space character that prevents an automatic line break at its position. In certain formats, it also prevents the A-E collapsing a of multiple consecutive whitespace characters into a single space. The non-breaking space is also known as a hard space or fixed space. In Unicode, the common non-breaking space is encoded as U+00AO in no-break space. Other width variations also exist. Uses and variations: despite having similar layout and uses with whitespace, it differs in contextual behavior. Non-breaking behavior: text processing software typically assumes that an automatic line break may be inserted anywhere a space character occurs. A non-breaking space prevents this from happening. For example, if the text 100 km will not quite fit at the end of a line, the software may insert a line break between 100 and km. To avoid this undesirable behavior, the editor may choose to use a non-breaking space between 100 and km. This guarantees that the text 100 km will not be broken. If it does not fit at the end of a line, it is moved in its entirety to the next line. Non-collapsing behavior: a second common application of non-breaking spaces is in plain text file formats such as SGML, HTML, text and LaTeX, which treat sequences of whitespace characters as if they were a single character. Such collapsing of whitespace allows the author to neatly arrange the source text using line breaks, indentation and other forms of spacing without affecting the final typeset result. In contrast, non-breaking spaces are not merged with neighboring whitespace characters when displayed, and can therefore be used by an author to insert additional visible space in the resulting output. Conversely, indiscriminate use, in addition to a normal space, gives extraneous extra space in the output. Width variation: other non-breaking variants, defined in Unicode, U+2007 a figure space, produces a space somewhat equal to the figure's characters. U+202F a narrow no-break space. It was introduced in Unicode 3.0 for Mongolian, to separate a suffix from the word stem without indicating a word boundary. Also required for French and Russian punctuation. U+2060 word joiner, encoded in Unicode since version 3.2. The word joiner does not produce any space and prohibits a line break on either side of it. As its name more clearly suggests, it is a non-breaking word separator. Encodings: Unicode defines several other non-break space characters. See width variation. Encoding remarks: word joiner, encoded in Unicode 3.2 and above as U+2060, and in HTML as and X2060. Or in number 8288. The byte order mark, U+FEFF, officially named zero width no break space, can also be used with the same meaning as the word joiner, but in current documents this use is deprecated. See also zero width non-breaking space. Keyboard entry methods: it is rare for national or international standards on keyboard layouts to define an input method for the non-breaking space. An exception is the Finnish multilingual keyboard, accepted as the national standard SFS 5966 in 2008. According to the SFS setting, the non-breaking space can be entered with the key combination Alt-GR plus space. Typically, authors of keyboard drivers and application programs have devised their own keyboard shortcuts for the non-breaking space. For example, apart from this, applications and environments often have methods of entering Unicode entities directly via their code point, for example via the alt-numbered input method in codepage 437 and codepage 850, and code point 160 decimal in codepage 1252. See also, hyphens in computing, for information about hard and non-breaking hyphens, list of XML and HTML character entity references, orphans and widows, punctuation, sentence spacing and digital media, space, references, justify just or just justify, Emily Kubai and A. Lazrek. Journal of Electronic Publishing, Volume 13, Issue 1, 2010. DOI 10.399/3336451.0013.105. http www.chicagomanualofstyle.org. Data topics special characters HTML structure HTML 4.01 W3 1999-12-24A text CSS 2.1 W3A Cotoistas Xenar currency PPA currency in Izetelu status of the new keyboard layout CSC Euro IT Center for Science Drafts of the Finnish multilingual keyboard